shortfall in domestic crude supply. We're dealing with complaints from modular refinery owners and big refinery owners that they don't have the feedstock to run their refinery. And that is so challenging because we have the natural resources here in Nigeria. So it's something that would be so embarrassing to not say that we have refineries, but we don't have the raw material. It's so embarrassing. So we're going to now go to import crude from America or from China or from somewhere else. It should be so embarrassing. And so that's what we're doing to find out what is the reason why the IOC and the indigenous oil companies and state oil companies are not giving the required volume of domestic supply to these refineries. Is there a payment challenge issue? Is there a legislative issues? That is why we're about to conduct a public hearing, because it's so pressing now that now we have series of refineries that are about to go online to start working, but the complaint remains that they don't have access to feedstock. Some say even the price is being sold to them higher than the international market price. Then we have issues of complaints, especially those who are refining diesel, that some regulators are licensing importers who are importing substandard diesels that have high sulfur and so on and so forth. There's a whole lot of complaints in the downstream. We've also been dealing with the marketers who has also complained and petitioned us. We've been looking into it about non-availability of allocation of cargo, the PFI regime, which they say favors some people, does not favor them. So we want to find out how these products are being distributed, who are getting it, and why at the same time is the prices high also at the pump stations. These are challenges that we're dealing with. And you might remember our committee is still looking into the acquisition of OVH that the House of Representatives referred to our committee to look into, investigate the circumstances surrounding that acquisition, which has turned controversial. So in the coming weeks, you will see final actions on some of these decisions. But one thing I can assure you that my committee is working to ensure that there's energy stability in the downstream sector, while at the same time ensuring price stability and competition. One of the big challenges that if the sector have been deregulated, people at times use the thing that is regulated. It has been deregulated. So that means that market forces are supposed to be allowed to play. But there is an aspect that we also have to look at. If you allow market forces to fully play in downstream today, in that case, sell as you import, you may find out that PMS may sell at 1,200. And that is why we're being careful about trying to do this vis-a-vis the fact that the way the economy is today and the suffering the people are going through, if anything happens to the pump price to the extent that you go so high to like 500, 900, 1,000, that is going to affect every aspect of our national life and is going to throw the country into serious crisis. So while we're trying to find solutions to all this, we're also trying to look at a way where we can work with government, not really return of subsidy, but for government to continue to fulfill its obligation, especially the state oil company, in terms of providing that, how will I put it, that intervention as a supplier of last resort for in the interim to ensure that we have some level of price stability to keep the economy running, pending when all these refineries are fully on stream and the FS market have stabilized. And that means we're working seriously to ensure that local refineries have access to feedstock, have access to the raw material they require to refine and be able to settle. Because once all of them are locally getting the product and they are refining, it will reduce the pressure on FS and possibly help in keeping some level of price stability, which the whole country is going to benefit. So we're working on different legislation, different suggestions, including looking at the option of, okay, let's find clusters, modern refinery owners, who put them together into an SPV, give them an oil asset, give them an oil block, let them use their own hand to produce, explore and produce so that they can feed their refinery, instead of this endless back and forth with IOCs and indigenous companies on either the price is a little bit high from the international price or they say they don't have the product. If you continue, the refinery is not like a car you can start and off. If the machine starts working every day, you're offering it because you don't have stock, the machine is going to spoil. So let's find a way to make it sustainable. So in the coming days, providing that energy sustainability in the downstream is at the heartbeat of what we do in downstream, and the country will start seeing those engagements in the coming days.